Well, hello, my preciouses. Kooky Kelly here. Yeah. Look at the way my ears are sticking on that, but that's okay because my hair's got the crazy flyaways. So I'd put this on it, and then it sticks my ears. I can't stand my ears being pressed down by it, so it makes them, kind of stand out. Anyway, I did my skin care. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. It was just taking a picture. I already had me a big old glass of coffee. I'm wired, and the reason why I'm coming on so late in the afternoon is because I did my nails with acrylics today, and it's got this tanny beige color. You can see it. That's the color of the what am I trying to say? That's the color of the acrylic powder. So I did my skincare. Oh my gosh, it feels so tacky, and I like that tack because it means it's holding all the moisture in. But today we're doing all e.l.f. products. I have everything e.l.f. but eyeliner and mascara. Which mascara I am going to use the IT Cosmetics. But anyway, yeah, let's get to rocking and a rolling. So how is everybody today? I remember I used to tease my sister Wanda all the time, just fuck with her. She smoked pot, and that didn't bug me not one bit because I knew she did, and it helped her with her pain that she had from her body messing up on her, and she was born with bursitis, so that's not a good thing. But I'm gonna go into this e.l.f. palette. Ooh, shit. This e.l.f. palette with this color, and I'm just gonna pounce that all over my eye. And my eyelid is tacky because I put skincare on, and I also did snail stuff. This stuff. I don't know what it's for, but this is all Korean. This stuff right here. And yeah. So I ordered that. It didn't take it really long to get here. I think it took like maybe 2 weeks, but that's not bad considering it all came all the way from Korea. And that's the same lady that I got this set from with the toner and stuff, which I need to do some toner. But this came with a set for lotion, makeup remover, vitamin C thingies, vitamin C cream, and a bunch of stuff. And I also got hair care from there. What's not shampoo, you just put it on your hair, which I haven't done that in a bit, so I probably need to do that because my hair's kind of looking split end. But yeah, anyway. So I'm just going to put this all over my eye. That's enough, baby. You only need 3, okay? Okay, you beautiful baby. Yeah, you're a beautiful baby, Mona. Y'all, me and Mona went out like at 4 o'clock this morning so she'd go pee-pee, and it was dark. And I think she's kind of can't see anything. But so I go with her, but I get a flashlight. Come back in the house and get a flashlight because I hear a weird noise with the pond. So I go out there and use a flashlight. I don't know what the fuck happened, but our pump somehow, it sits on this water tower that my honey bunny built. The water tower, and it's so old that I guess it's starting to disintegrate. And it pulled the spout where the water comes up like this, so it was drained all the water out of it. It didn't burn up the pump, which I was fucking shocked. But my pond was almost completely empty. Maybe this much water in it for my fish. And I got like about 60 fish in there. They're all babies, but the older fish, I guess, died because they've been around for about 4 years. Yeah, so 4 years now. But anyway, I said, shit, baby. He said, what's up? I said, oh my God, the something happened where the tower to the fish pond is leaning. He said, what do you mean? I said, I can't explain it, just go look. So he went and looked. He said, what the fuck? I said, I don't know. I'm going to take this lightest blue right here. We're going to check and see if this elf stuff works. Oh, yeah, well, this has got color. That's for sure. Oh, that's pretty. Pretty color. And we're going to put that all over my lid and into my crease. Okay. And put it all over this lid. Anyway, I was teasing Wanda and she smoked pot. I always like to fuck with Wanda when she smoked pot. Because she would laugh her ass off for one thing. But I would go up to her and do this real fast and stop and then say, what are you doing, Wanda? And she said, what the fuck was that? I said, what the fuck was what? Wanda, are you seeing shit again? And then she told me, she said, why don't you just lick the crack of my ass? And I said, bitch, bend the fuck over. She goes, what did you say? I said, I didn't say nothing, Wanda. I said, you're tripping. Did they put something else besides pot in that? And she was like, and then when she gets sober, I said, yeah, I was fucking with you, Wanda. I was fucking with you hard. And then she said, you bitch. And I said, I know, girl. I'm the best at it. And she said, girl, don't be doing that shit because I'm going to be panicked and call the hospital like you did. Because she said, smoke some with me. It's, you know, it's not bad. And I said, well, Wanda, I don't want to get paranoid and freak the fuck out and shit. So I took a hit of it. And I started laughing at nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. And it was so funny, whatever the fuck it was. And the kids said, Wanda's kids came in and said, Wanda, or Mom, did Kelly just smoke pot? And Wanda said, yeah, she took a hit. She's a wimp. And then Josie said, Mom, if that's the first time she's ever smoked it, she's going to fucking trip the fuck out. Y'all, I did. I told Wanda, we need to go to the hospital. I think I'm too fucking high. I only took one hit. I said, Wanda, let's go. Let's go. Y'all. We were driving down the street, and I'm telling her, you know, Wanda, you're going too fucking slow. You're going too slow. And she said, no, I'm not. I'm going really fast. I looked over at her speedometer. Y'all, we was on the freeway. She's going 42 miles an hour in a 60. So I said, Wanda, you got to go fucking faster than that bullshit. So we get to the parking lot of the hospital. I said, Wanda, what the fuck are you doing? She said, what do you mean? You want me to bring you to the hospital? I said, Wanda, we're fucking smoking pot. And then you're going to do that shit. Bring me to the fucking hospital. And she goes, oh. I said, Wanda, I am stone sober now. Give me the fucking keys. I ain't letting you drive. So she gave me the keys and let me drive. And y'all, I just stuck to drinking a beer here and there. And fuck that shit, smoking pot. That shit'll fuck with you, you know. At first I was laughing really fucking hard. I guess I'm just a puss, you know, because I don't even do drugs. I mean, when Wanda and Teresa and James got high that one time, I did not. I said, hell no, I ain't doing that shit. Not me. Because I'm For one thing, I have a heart murmur, you know, and I ain't fixing to do that shit and fuck up and then, but I seen the way they were acting. I'm like, I ain't fucking doing drugs. I'm like, fuck that shit. Drugs is not good for you. And yeah, after that, I told her, fuck you. I ain't smoking that shit. I will drink my beer and get high that way with you. But that's, I ain't doing that shit. That's just too dangerous for me. She called me a pussy. I said, I got one. I love fucking with her and she loved fucking with me. We just like fucking with each other. You know? But if somebody else fucking with, it's okay if we fuck with each other. But if somebody else did, y'all, we was in on that. You get your ass beat for that. Don't fuck with the McCoy kids. We can fuck with each other, but y'all can't fuck with us, you know? We were kind of wild. Okay, now I'm going to go into this other e.l.f. palette. Because I like this blue right here. I want to use it on here. And see how it looks. Because this one is more... Whoa! It's more pigmented. But I don't think it's coming off. I mean, just a little bitty bit, but shit. Is it coming off? Why is it so hard to use? Now I'm going to blend that out so it's not so harsh. Go back into my line there. And there. Okay. I got all that fallout under there. Damn, look at that. Let me get another wipe. Okay. I need one of these ones. Mom's throwing shit on the floor, Mama. Because these are... Damn, look at all that fallout. Medicated wipes. So yeah, let me go up just a little bit more on that one. Okay. Okay. I think we got it all. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in with that lightest blue and put that back in the middle where it was. This one right here. Put that right back here. In the middle. And I do want to do a shimmer color, but I can't decide which shimmer color I need to do. I was thinking about a white, but that means not using all e.l.f. But I mean, let me look and see what I got in here. Got e.l.f. powder. I think I want to use, I don't know, it might be the line man here to do the line. This one is here. It's called Miss Beauty, and it's color 01. going on with this shit? Look at all that flaky shit. What the hell? I don't think that's a good... Oh, because my finger was wet. Whoops. My finger was wet, damn it. Let me try this again. Yeah, that's all over the place. I'm wondering... I think this one blue right here is a shimmer. Let's see what it looks like. Oh shit. I think I'm gonna use this. It will go on here. I don't think it's coming off. Is it? Maybe. I don't think it is. So I'm gonna get another color that shifts blue, and I got this from Wet n Wild, but it shifts blue, and I want to put this on there and see how. Oh wow, this feels like silk. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's pretty. Okay. And y'all see where I did get it under my eye again? I'm gonna put it blue on there, but not yet. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I'm gonna do my e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. Oops. Upside down, Kelly. And there we go. Where's my brush? Here it is. I'm going to do this first. Okay. Wow, that does. Look at that. I mean, see the difference? Hey, baby, what are you doing? You watching Mama put makeup on? You're so cute. Yes, you are. Today is trash day, y'all. My puppy dogs know when it's trash day, because that day they go outside in the front with me now. I used to let them go in the front all the time, but Rue quit listening to me and just go down the street. And now I get the trash ready, and when Daddy gets here, we take the trash out, okay? Because Rue's an asshole. Because he won't do that with his daddy. If his daddy's here, Daddy will say, Rufus, get your ass over here. And Rufus will come running. I will sit out there for 20 minutes. Rue, you get your ass back down in this fucking yard. And he will not listen to me. It's like, whatever, you're not my boss. So I said, I'm going to tell you, Daddy, let me tell you right now, this is the last motherfucking time you come in the front yard with me. I mean it. So now he goes to the garage back door. Okay, my kitchen, here's my kitchen. right here, and then my laundry room's right there, and the garage door goes out that way, off my laundry room. And and Ruru's an asshole. He's just an asshole. Anyway, I take him out when it's trash day, when it's time home for Honey Bunny to come home. I'll set it all in the kitchen by the laundry room door, and he goes ape shit. Let's go now, let's go now. And I'll tell him, no, not till Daddy comes home. And he looks at me like, I want to run wild for a minute. He won't do that with his daddy. And I tell him, you little motherfucker, I'm the one that buys your fucking food. I am the one that feeds you, and you want to act like that? Well, fuck you. And he'll do something good, and then I'll say, oh, that was a good boy, here's your snack. He is a daddy's boy. I know that, because when I seen him online, I said, you need to go meet this dog. And then I told him, I'm not even going to talk to him. He's going to be your dog, so, you know, you talk to him. So he did, got down on the floor and was talking to Ruru and stuff, and Ruru went nuts. And Honey Bunny likes the fact that Ruru, every day, when Daddy gets home from work, he's got to play ball with Daddy. But it's Ruru and Mona calls it a squeeze-squee. Well, that's what she knows it as, a squeeze-squee. And Ruru is a bubble. And they're little balls that squeak. They're about this big, and they got little faces on them. And Honey Bunny will go to Walmart, because that's where I get them. I used to get them for like $1.97 for 5 of them. And then I told everybody about them, and I shouldn't have, because now they're $6. $6 fucking for 5 of them. And I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have opened my mouth, because now everybody goes in there and gets some squeeze for their babies. And she said, do they play your dog? I said, oh my God. My dogs absolutely love these. And then now everybody gets them, so they run up on price. But anyway, Daddy will go to Walmart. He'll ride his motorcycle up there. And he said, I'm going to go to Walmart. I said, okay. He'll come back. He said, where you at, baby? I said, I'm in here. I'm coming. And he'll say, well, I got Roo some balls, but I'm going to leave them in this bag and leave them all hooked to the cardboard. I said, that's going to be fucking hilarious. So he did. Oh, shit, y'all. I used a Halo Glow liquid filter. And now I'm going to use this. Is a e.l.f. Oh my God. Camo concealer. I'm going to see what this does. Oh, that's fucking orange. Y'all, that's orange. That should be orange. Well, let's see what it does. I mean, it did brighten it up, didn't it? I've never used setting powder, but I got some e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, and I was thinking maybe I should. No, because I like the glow. I love the glow. Oh, it's pretty color. Yeah, that's pretty. I love e.l.f., y'all. Look how glowy I look. I mean, look at that. How glowy it is. I love that. Oh my gosh. Let me get this off my lips. Okay. So now, let's go in for, I think I'm going to do this. That's not a lip liner. What the hell? this blue, light blue lip liner, because look, yeah, and I want to do that, and let's put this e.l.f. right there, and right there, and I want to do this under my eyes, eyeliner. Y'all, I love me some e.l.f. products. I mean, I wish they would do more eyeshadow palettes, bigger ones, you know. And so because I would be all up in it. And Catrice has not sent my stuff, and they have not put my $30 back into my account. So I talked to my bank, and my bank said they are going to file a fraud alert on Catrice because they have not answered any of my emails, and didn't send my product, and they didn't put my money back in my account. So bank said they're going to go to Consumer Affairs about it and file a fraud. So Catrice might be into some fucking trouble, y'all. Because I ain't the only one that they done this to, and I ain't playing. Don't play with my fucking money. You know, that's just wrong what they did. Damn, I like that color. Y'all, look at that. Let me dry this. Because I know, this is waterproof also. But I want to dry this before I start blinking. And because last time I did this, I closed my eyes and the top part of it, I didn't know I got it on my eyelashes, and I made a thing on the bottom of my eyelashes. Blue or speckled, whatever color it was. I think it was pink. But yeah, we're doing the blue color today. We're going to let that dry more. And I am going to go in with this damn, I love the color of that. I think I do want to try setting powder since it's a halo glow. But it looks like this. And I guess you're supposed to do that, and then, oh wow. Get a fluffy brush and work that into your brush. And then kind of pounce it on there. Oh my God, it does have a glow to it. Damn. Fuck. Oh, come on. It wasn't dry. Oh, wow. This is shiny, y'all, and it makes the, it doesn't feel like it's sticky. Okay. This is, e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. It's the first time I've ever used it, so, okay. Let's get the extra off. Okay, that's pretty freaking awesome. Damn, that's spilled powder everywhere. I want to see what it looks like on this. It disappeared. Wow, okay. I ain't lying. Make sure that's closed. Uh, I think I want. What am I doing? I think I want some of this pink stuff on here so it brightens my eye a little bit, so it's not so, dark. We're just doing all kinds of makeup today, peoples. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where is my... And I'm going to go in with my foundation brush and just kind of do the edges of that. Kind of melt them together. You see how it got the center of my face? The T-zone except for right here. And we'll just use what's on the brush and put on there. And it gets, look at that. Oh my God, y'all. I love fucking hell. They need to come out with some big palettes. You know what I mean? They just need to come out with some big palettes. That would be totally fucking awesome, don't you think? Where's my... Why are you hiding from me? Oh, excuse me. I need to fix my damn eye. Where I wiped it off. Probably dry on that side now. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to use... Oh, y'all, this is from Temu. I got... it came in all different colors, but this is Handy Yan eyeliner. It is waterproof, but I got all these colors. It came in one package. Uh-oh. I almost pushed the whole thing off, and that would have sucked. Now I'm going to go into this bronzer right here. Or maybe I should go into that one. Yeah, let's go into this one. And bring my bronzer down. Like so. I mean, e.l.f. does wonderful products. I mean, most of the time, the little palette's kind of, it's hit and miss. You know? But, I mean, that's okay. Everybody does that. It's hit or miss, you know? But I like e.l.f. all the other products. Foundation is a big deal. And I really don't like foundation. I like the glowy stuff because it's not on your face so dark. You know what I mean? Look at my ears. They look funny like that, but I can't stand for my ears to be underneath this thing. That drives me crazy. That just drives me insane. Now I'm going to go in with this little brush right here. And I am going to try to contour my nose. Ooh, that's a little much, isn't it? Get some contour brush back out. My mom was just laying there on the floor, just watching me. She got her head on one of her beds. She's not laying on the bed, she's laying on the floor. And she just watching me. She's so sweet. Little mama baby girl. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna go in with this color right here. And bring it right here, you know, just to brighten that up and stencil that out just a little better. Okay? This is a really stiff brush. And I want to come down on my nose so it's not so dark. Put some right under my eye. Okay. Now, I'm going to go into, which elf do I want to use? I think I want to use I got this elf out, but I think I want to use my palette. I think I want to use this because it's got 4 different colors in it. Damn. Right here. Oh, elf. Damn, if you can see it. Okay. And here's the colors. And I think I'm going to go into this color first, and then I'm going to go into this one. And this is very pigmented. I'll start from the back and go right on my cheekbone, right on top, and bring my cheek out, and do the same thing on this side. A little bit top on my nose there, because the sun hit it, and then up here, a little bit down there. And we're going to go out into this lightest pink and go right in front of that pink just a little bit. Oh, she is so fucking cute, y'all. Let me see if y'all can see her. Y'all see her? She's not laying in her bed. She's just laying there watching me. Cause she's so pretty. She mama pretty baby. Where's my blush drawer? Oh. I'm tripping, y'all. Okay. I think that's really pretty. Okay. Now, I am going to put this it's called Superhero by It Cosmetics. Okay, we're gonna put that on. Oh, maybe I should do some highlighter first. This is just from Temu. And I'm just going to put some right here. And some right there. I'm going to work it in my hand and put some right there. Right there. And then I want some right here. Oh, that's gorgeous. Right here on top of my cheekbone. Wow, that's incredible. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, y'all. Let's do us some mascara. I was thinking, should I go all the way across on the bottom with that light blue lash or eyes liner, because it might open up the eye just a little bit more. Yeah, I think I will. We're going to go all the way across the bottom, okay? That did it. That's what it was. That would bring the blue out. All the different shades of blue. Oh, shit. Okay, I went a little crazy with that one. Let me get me get in there, a Q-tip, y'all. Let me get a Q-tip, okay? There we go. And this side. A little bit more right there. That's better. Okay. Now let's do us some mascara. I want to tell y'all about when I was a kid. I fell. We were messing around. I fell when we lived with my grandmother, and I broke my big tooth in half like that, crossways. And my granddad was like, oh shit, Linda's gonna be pissed off, and Sylvia, you're not watching these kids, and look at her tooth now. And for years nothing was done about it. And we went to live with Mama, and she got insurance when I was, I guess, about 15. She got insurance through her work to help fix our teeth. And so we went in, me and James did. We rode the bus to get there. And rode the bus back, and it was fucked up because we were both numb in the mouth, and apparently we were drooling everywhere. But anyway, we're in there, and they had us like in the same room, but there was this curtain in between us, and then there was two dentists in there. My dentist, which he said, can you feel this? And y'all, I guess my body has always been where my doctor says I have a really high tolerance for pain. And she said, I mean extremely high, Kelly. And then I'm like, I've been in pain for a long time, and I just thought you have to get used to it. And she goes, no, that's unacceptable. And I said, why? And she said, because no one should live in pain. that's not normal. That's not right. And so that's when she said, we are going to do pain management. And I thought, oh, okay. And then she said, do you have anybody you prefer to be pain management? And then I asked her, could you be my pain management? And she said, absolutely. So I said, I want you to be my pain management. I want you. And she was like, really? And I said, hell yeah, you're the best doctor I ever had. And then, and I tell her that every time she leaves me a message on there. I tell her, thank you, Dr. Yara. You are the best doctor in the entire world. And she's like, I mean, she gets it. And she was tripped out that I had lost 70 pounds when she seen me. Now I'm like 85 pounds down. But anyway, this is from e.l.f. And look at the color on that. I don't know why I'm getting these colors. Because y'all know I like me some fucking color. I mean, it's not an ugly color. I wonder if I got an e.l.f. liner. Let me look. Y'all look. e.l.f. I'm going to try this one. Might be a little off in color, but oops. Damn. Y'all, I have this. Damn. I'm having the shakes right now. Okay, yeah. Okay. But, what was I talking about? Oh, the dentist. So, they did numb me, and it took 8 shots to numb my, I got lipstick on my teeth. It took 8 shots to numb me so they could do a root canal. Because they had to, he said that my tooth was dead. And then I said, well, what is a root canal? And he said it takes all the nerves out so you don't feel it anymore. And then I'm going to, that with the hole that's in there, I'm going to fill it in and make it a bottom of your tooth. And I said, oh, okay. And then I hear them over there cleaning James's teeth. And he asked James how many times a day does he brush his teeth. And James told him, I think he told him 5, if I remember correctly. And I started laughing really hard and really loud. And my doctor goes, your brother? I said, yeah. And he said, he's lying about 5 times a day. And I said, oh yeah, you're lucky if that boy brushes his teeth once a day. So, I hear James over there and the doctor saying, boy, you just don't lie like that. Your teeth are going to start rotting out because you're not brushing them. Your breath is going to stink. And James said, your breath smells like pure D shit. And I started laughing and jerked out, and the doctor almost pulled my tooth out because he started laughing too. And then I'm like, I'm like, James, I'm going to tell Mama what you said to him. And y'all, I hear James going, ow, 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 because he pissed that doctor off. But that's a smell that I know and that James knows. It means you're an alcoholic and your breath stinks because you're a fucking alcoholic. And so anyway, he was pissed off, and that doctor was pissed off because James said that. And on the way home, we're riding the bus on the way home, and mine and James's mouth were both numb because they did he had a cavity, so they had to do his cavity, and his cavity was closer here, and they pulled out all 4 of my wisdom teeth. And so y'all, and we're sitting on the bus, and people are looking at us because I guess our lips are hanging like this, and drool was just going everywhere, and me and James would just look at each other, and you can't smile because you don't do your lip, and you do this to each other with our eyebrows. And then I knew what that meant. He meant just let it hang, let the drool come out, and look at real people like, you know, like you're going to eat them or something. And then we did that, and the whole, because we were in the back of the bus, and the whole back of the bus that was back there with us moved up front. Mama said, what the fuck are you guys doing? We said, we're not doing anything. We're sitting here. We ain't saying nothing. And the mama said, y'all are doing something because people just don't get up and leave when my kids are around. Anyway, that was fucked up. And I remember having, because when he did it, he made my tooth. It came all the way down here and hung over the top. And he said, okay, Miss Kelly, I'm done. I started freaking out. Oh, hell no, you ain't leaving this fucker like this. And he goes, oh, I'm just playing with you. I'm going to sand it off to even make it look like your other teeth. And I said, okay. So he did, and I remember having nightmares about my whole tooth falling out. I remember one night, I went to school, and I was butt naked, missing all my teeth. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So, wait a minute, y'all. Honey Bunny's telling me, because I told him about the circus tent. And then I told him, get this, baby, get this. I said, you remember I was telling you about the pirate ship? And he goes, yeah, our pirate ship. And I said, yeah, it was parked right by the circus tent. And then he said, well, I got another one for you, baby. And I said, what? He goes, you know how you got all them leashes in there? The body harness and a leash? And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, I took one because I was walking a fucking monkey. I said, what? A monkey? Where the fuck did you get a monkey from? He said, I don't know, but I was walking a monkey. So I said, oh, wait, Nana, wait. Now we got a pirate ship, a circus tent, and a performing monkey. He goes, oh my God, baby, we can make some money. I said, there's only one problem. He said, what's that? I said, it's in a fucking nightmare. He goes, you're right. We'll make money in our dreams then. But it was funny, y'all. It tripped my ass out. And then, so, I don't know. I just don't know, y'all. All that bullshit that I dream is kind of fucked up. Okay? It's just kind of fucked up. I went to my knees. I guess they're really bad. My knees are really bad. Just say that. I had surgery on both of them, and both of them still have holes in the backs and the kneecaps. Okay. And one day I had an appointment at the doctor's office. You know, and I'm going in, and I have my walker at this time. My little old blue walker. She ordered me a walker, and it was a blue one. She asked, what color you want? And I told her, I don't care. And then so she said, I'm going to make one that makes your eyes come out. I said, okay. So it was a blue one, and I liked it. And the first time I got to use it is I had a doctor's appointment that day, and she wanted them to do an x-ray on my knees again because they were swollen and they wouldn't go down. They just would not go down. She tried everything to get them to go down. And so I went up there to my appointment, and I'm walking with my walker, and my knees just, one of them, I can tell before it happens, before it gives out, I can tell, and I usually will sit down or brace myself, so I don't. The other one is a stupid knee. I call it my stupid knee. Anyway, it gives out. I can't tell. I can't tell when it's going to give out. And they called me, and I got up and got my walker and got to walking. My nurse come out. She said, how you doing, Miss Kelly? Jasmine is her name. And I said, oh, wham, and hit the floor. They made an alarm go off because I fell, and I was tripping out, and I was so embarrassed, and all the fucking doctors come running, all the security come running, all the nurses came running. I'm like, oh my God, y'all get away from me, go to somebody else, just somebody help me up. And y'all, I was so fucking humiliated, and that's when she said, I think it's time that we get a wheelchair. And I said, oh shit. And then she said, but it can't be a manual wheelchair because your spinal stenosis. Your shoulders can't handle that. And your neck and spine can't handle that. So we have to get an automatic one. And I said, oh fuck, oh fuck. So I got it, and about 4 months. I mean, she drove them crazy, and so did my doctor that's over her, Castanova. He went crazy on my insurance company, and then my doctor went crazy on my insurance company, and they said that was the fastest they had ever gotten an insurance company to respond that quickly. That I got it in 3 months or 4 months. Little over 4 months. It was like 4 months and 4 days or 5 days or something like that. And then he called and he said, Miss Kelly? And I said, yeah. And she said, well, I'm your wheelchair guy. And I'm thinking, okay. And he said, well, I'm on my way over to deliver it. And I said, deliver what? And he said, your wheelchair. And I said, I thought this is going to take like a year. And he said, no, apparently your doctors do not give up very easily because the insurance company called and said, get this over to her right away. And I was like, damn. And then so I wrote both of them a letter, Castanova and Dr. Gonzalez. Her name is Yara Gonzalez. She is so beautiful, y'all. I gave her little girls because she had 2 little girls, and one of them, I think they're 4 and 2 now, something like that. And last year I gave them gnome wooden Christmas tree ornaments to do them a little Christmas tree in their bedroom, and their mom and Dad went and helped them in their bedroom to put this tree up and these little gnome ornaments. And then she came back the next time I seen her, she said, I want to talk to you for a minute. And I said, oh shit, what's up? She goes, no, it's not bad. I said, oh, okay, well, what's up? And she said, I wanted to let you know that me and my husband and my 2 girls had the best time putting that little tree and those Christmas tree ornaments that were the gnomes and the Christmas decorations on that tree and the little gnomes that you gave to hang on the tree, we had the best time ever. We drank hot chocolate while we were doing it, uh, decorating it, the girls, and we picked them up. I let them put some on there, and we had the best time. And those girls slept the best they ever slept because they had a great time. And she said we spent like 4 hours doing that, and it was just a blessing. And I said, well, I'm always giving. I receive a special gift that I can do a lot of things, crafts, and I paint and draw, and I do, like, I take a picture frame and take the glass out of it, and then I use glass paints and paint on the glass and paint a picture on it, and then I'll take that glass and turn it inside so it faces the inside of the picture frame, and then you just put something behind it that's pretty glittery or white, and then it looks like a stained glass picture. And so I did a couple of those, and I just do all kinds of shit. And my doctor was amazed by that. Then I took them all up some jewelry that I had made, handmade, like rings and necklaces and earrings and stuff like that. I do stuff like that. But right now, I'm into videotaping and makeup. That's what I like doing now. That is my passion. And I collect a lot of makeup. And I know I have a lot of makeup. And, I know I do. But this is the look. Y'all, this looks great. And my foundation and that powder, the setting powder, y'all, that stuff is awesome. And it's still got a glowiness to it. But I think that's fucking awesome, Oh, excuse me. Wow, y'all. But I have a couple of other e.l.f. palettes. I got this one right here, and it's got some browns and blacks in it, and a purple and some blues, and these are all of them are shimmers except for the black, the tannish red, this color, and that's it. All the rest of them are shimmers. Well, this palette is the same thing. I guess I didn't open this yet. And this one's all shimmers. But these are purple and pinks purples. You see that? That's fucking gorgeous. I mean, but I need to, I guess, I'm going to try some other palette. Oh, damn. Should I do e.l.f. again tomorrow? And this one's all shimmers. And it's e.l.f. And then I have this green and blue and orange one. And yellow and purples. And look at that, y'all. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me open this one too. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? I love color. Color is me. I think I want to actually. Should I do some more e.l.f. again and do the crazy colors? I think so. I think I'm going to do that for tomorrow's again. But, yeah. So, anyway, y'all. You know what I'm going to say? All women are beautiful. Look at that. I mean, girls, look at that. But all women are beautiful. We only do this to enhance our beauty. We like the way it makes us feel. It makes us feel good. We also like when a man notices that, because it makes us feel even better. I mean, it makes you feel like, oh, damn, like, And so I'm thinking, all women should be complimented, in my opinion. Because honestly, I think we need it. I think we need the compliments. It makes us feel better about who we are, you know, and what we're doing. And life is hard enough without, you know, the bullshit going on with you. And it can cause, if a man doesn't notice you and he's ignoring you now, it can cause you to be depressed. You know, it can cause that. So, men, if you're watching this, just give your wife a little compliment. And ladies, you can also do the same. I always tell my honey bunny, have I told you lately that I love you? I always tell him that. And it makes him smile each and every time I do it. Each and every time I do it. It makes him happy. So I'm telling you guys, it's okay to be a little down sometimes, you know. But it's not okay that you can't come out of that, okay? That's usually called depression. And depression does not go away by itself. You need to talk to somebody and get to the bottom of why you're depressed, okay? It's not good to be depressed like that. You need help, okay? So don't think that it's going to go away on its own, because it doesn't. It just means you need a little help. You need to talk to somebody about what's going on or what happened in your past. You need to talk about that. You need to get that out so you understand your major depression. Because major depression is hard to get your head around. It's hard to understand why you feel that way. And it can help when you talk to somebody. And it definitely helps when they get you on the right regimen of medications that helps you with that depression. And talking to a psychologist helps you to come to terms with what has happened in the past and helps you to better learn how to deal with it. I know that for a fact. It's been proven many a time by myself. I can tell you that, okay? I can tell you that myself. I've gone through some shit in my life, and I know that it hurts sometimes, because you don't understand why you're feeling this way. But like, because I apparently locked mine up and hid it. My mind did that to protect me. And then they got it out and found out what was going on and why the things I was doing. They actually thought I was bipolar at first. And then they found out I'm not bipolar. It's really severe, major depression with PTSD. Well, they got it handled. Everything's all good now. Everything's all good. So, I mean, you can get help for depression. You can come to terms, and they'll teach you a way for you to, what am I trying to say? To take a hold of what happened to you or what is happening to you so you can handle it and deal with it, okay? They can't control my night terrors. That's one thing they can't control. She said she can give me tranquilizers to help me sleep through it and not remember it, but I still am. I have chronic fatigue, and uh, I, what am I trying to say? I don't sleep, okay? I am an insomniac. I am an insomniac. So, I mean, PTSD can really fuck you up. And I didn't know I had any of this stuff. I mean, my sister was telling me, oh, Teresa, y'all know Teresa, the crazy one. She was telling me that you can get a handle on that. You don't need doctors to cure yourself. And I just told her, I said, Teresa, you do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I need to do. But God's going to heal you. I said, Teresa, why in the fuck you think God made doctors, huh? Why you think that some people can be doctors and some people cannot? Why do you think that? Because they're supposed to help. Fucking trauma is trauma. Bitch, get over it. I'm going to see a psychiatrist, a psychologist, all of them, Teresa. And I'm going to ask for every bill that I can get, okay? And I'm going to take all them bills. Y'all, she don't discuss my health with me no more. Because I went the fuck off on her. And I went off on her because Wanda had to take a lot of meds. And she was on pain pills and shit like that too. And then she was trying to tell Wanda not to take them. And I said, get the fuck out of my house and don't come back. I said, Wanda, don't you listen to her. She said, I'm not. I said, you should have told her to fucking leave. She shouldn't be talking to you like that. And I mean it. Y'all, she convinced my mom. My mom fell, passed out and fell. She went unconscious and she fell in the doctor's office because her blood pressure was extremely fucking low, like mine was, and I kept passing out. It was like that, and she fell and broke her fucking hip. And then my sister Teresa kept saying, you don't need that walker. You need to walk without that. And then Aaron was over there. Aaron called me. I said, put that bitch on fucking speakerphone. Put the bitch on speakerphone. I went off and cussed her fucking out. And I said, do you know how old Mama is? God's not going to fucking heal her. God said, use this until you're healed. Listen to your doctor. You cannot walk because you just had surgery on your fucking hip. So she actually hid the walker. And I'm so glad that my uncle went over there, and he said, my mom's brother, he went over there and told Teresa, you need to put that boy in school. He's 14 and he's autistic. He's never been to a public school. He's never been around anyone his age. He has only been around his mother and his father. And his father kicked his fucking crazy mother out. Teresa was supposed to be on antidepressant pills a long fucking time ago. And she got real religious after she was doing drugs and the devil was chasing her down the street. And she got real religious and just went off of all medication. She won't even take an aspirin. The bitch is fucking psycho. And I told her that. I told her, you are psycho. You need medication. You need to let that boy go to school. And then my Uncle Glenn went off on her. And so she got her shit and left. Got her boy and left. And didn't tell, she didn't. And I think this was like a day after my mom got out of the hospital, because Glenn was pissed off when she told him to do, when Mama, or Teresa told Mama to do that, because it was like she was out of the hospital for that one day, and Teresa told her to do that. When they brought her into her car, or my Uncle Glenn's car, in a wheelchair, they sent the wheelchair home and told her not to be walking until that starts healing just a little bit. But anyway, Teresa told her she didn't need that. Get off of it. But anyway, my Uncle Glenn went off on her ass, so she got her son and left. She has not called my mother to check up on her after that. She has not called anyone. Nobody knows where she lives. I mean, my sister Erin does, and she told me, but I'm not going to go out of my way for that shit. And she texted me, and I told her, Teresa, in my opinion, you're wrong, and you do not talk to Erin like that again, and you do not damn ever talk to Mama like that, because I will beat your ass. I will call Children's Services on you, because that child, you are not a fucking teacher. You've never been a teacher. You didn't go to school to be a teacher. Who the fuck do you think you are? That is abusing that boy. He's never even played with the kid his own age. He doesn't hang out with any kids. He doesn't know any kids. Because she's kept him from socializing, he's weird. The thing is that boy, when he was a baby, used to come down and I would play with him and I'd teach him letters and numbers and stuff since he was a baby till he was about 2 years old. And he still remembered me. We went over there, me and my honey bunny went over there to see Mama, to see how she was doing, and take her some, the baby dolls that I made for her. And he said, Aunt Kelly. And everybody just looked at him and then looked at me, and then he ran up and hugged me. And they were freaking out because that boy does not even let his mother hug him. But see, my nephew Charlie did the same thing. No one could touch him or love him. And he's not autistic. He just doesn't like anybody touching him. And he's just that way. But he hugged me and it freaked people out. I said, what the fuck is wrong with y'all that a kid can't hug y'all? What is wrong with y'all that a kid can't hug you? And then Wanda said, girl, fuck you. I said, Wanda, I tell you why he does that. Why? I said, remember when the cable went out? And she said, yeah. And they said it was going to be a week before they fixed it. Yeah, that was bullshit. Then they fixed it the same day. I said, yeah. The boys were standing right there when I called them. And I cussed them out and said, get your sorry ass over here and fix this shit now. It's not going to be a week. You're going to do it now. So they came over and fixed it, and Charlie hugged me for that. And Wanda said, Wanda didn't know the whole story until after I told her the story. And she got up and she hugged me. I said, get the fuck away from me. She said, girl, we would have been bored. We would have been driving your ass crazy because there was no TV and no playing games on the computer. I said, I thought about that. So that's why I called and cussed them out. I said, no, y'all would have enjoyed me. I mean, we could just walk around the neighborhood and fuck with people. Y'all would have liked that, wouldn't you? Anyway, y'all, I need to fucking go. I need to check my email to see if Catrice called, but don't order from Catrice. They still owe me $30 or 3 pallets. 2 eyeshadow palettes and an eyeshadow and cheek palette. They have not emailed me. They have not sent my stuff out. They haven't said, I'm sorry. Nothing. So I got my bank involved. Catrice, you're going down. Catrice is going down. You're not going to rip anybody else off. Because I read complaints on Catrice about them doing this and not returning people's money. That is fraud. You are selling an item that you are not sending out. That's fraud. Maybe some of your employees is stealing the money. That ain't gonna fly with me, bitch. I want my stuff. I paid for it. You better give it and get it. Get it and give it to me. It's mine. It belongs to me. Don't play with me. Don't you play with my people either, because we've already got a couple of people, well, about 52, that have complaints on Catrice, and they already have it. filed. My bank's already got it filed, so you better do what you're going to do, Catrice. And now, don't fuck with me. If you owe people money or product, you better send it out now. Because your multi-million ass is fixing to be shut the fuck down. Y'all, I love y'all. Y'all know that, right? I love coming on here and making videos. I love talking to you guys because I love the comments. The comments make my day. Every time I see I got comments, I get a smile on my face. And I answer every one of my comments. I do have a honey bunny. I love him. And no man in this world would ever change how I feel about my honey bunny. No man. I love him. He is mine. I am his. We are together. And no one is going to change that. Okay? He's my world. I mean, both my exes tried to call me and get back with me since I've been with my honey bunny. And I said, fuck y'all. You had your fucking chance. You fucked it up. Go eat shit and jump off the bridge. Y'all, I mean, I don't care. You fuck with me once, shame on you. You fuck with me twice, shame on me. Anyway, I love you guys, okay? Remember who you are. You are a beautiful woman and you are loved. You gotta remember to say that to yourself. Even if it's just getting up and putting mascara on and some Vaseline on your lips, that makes you feel better. That makes you look to yourself like you feel better. But you gotta remember, that's still that same person behind that makeup. It's still you. It's only color. The beauty is you, not the makeup. The beauty is you. You got to remember that, okay? You can't love someone else unless you love yourself first. Yeah? Am I right? Exactly. And depression, y'all, please get help for that. I mean, if you know somebody that's depressed, tell their spouse or tell their parents, especially their mother, your sister, tell somebody. They need help. Get them help. And if you find a woman that is changed after she had a baby, y'all need to tell her husband, y'all need to take those babies to the grandparents because that girl is out of her mind. It's called postpartum depression. And it is very, very dangerous. You do, I mean, I had it and the devil was talking through my son, okay? I told my mother-in-law the day that I started hearing the devil, and I told my mother-in-law immediately because I knew something wasn't right because, come on, you know. So I got help for that, and I ain't looked back, you know. So just do that. You want to be happy again, don't you? If you're being abused by a man, wait till he goes to work and go to your neighbor's house and tell your neighbor what's going on, okay? And ask your neighbor to help you, okay? And if you are a neighbor to that person, call the police and explain what's going on about her being beat, mistreated. They got children, and pretty soon he will start beating on those children too, okay? So get help, okay? Just get the help. It's okay. Everybody needs help sometime. Everybody, okay? Don't take the abuse. It's time for you to stand up for yourself and not take that shit anymore. It's your turn. You hear me? And if you got children, he's beating on your children and you, I'm going to have to say, shame on you for letting him do that. You stop it. You stop the abuse by leaving his sorry ass. Let him get some fucking help, okay? Don't put up with that. Abuse is abuse. It doesn't matter if it's mental, physical. It's abuse. It's abuse. Sexual, it's abuse. Don't take it anymore. Get out and get help. Okay? I love you. I want you to get that help. I want you to get the help. Don't put up with him as abuse, okay? Okay? If you don't want to do this for yourself, do this for your children. Do this for your children. Don't take the abuse anymore. If you love them, prove it. Leave that abusive fucking asshole. Your children are going to have to go through therapy because of it. They watch this. This is not... No, that is not acceptable. My mother got out. She got out with 5 kids. He used to beat the shit out of her. Try to drown her when she was pregnant with James in the bathtub. She got out. She was strong enough to get out, and she was terrified of him. But she said, I'm not going to let him beat on my children. These are my babies. I take care of my babies. She got us, and she fucking left. We were all 1, 2, 3, and 4 years old, okay? We were babies. And she left. She saved us because she found the strength for her children to get out. And I still remember everything that he did. Everything. And I hated him my whole life for that. But I forgave him. He came over and I told him, I forgive you. You can go in peace, you know. Because I knew he was dying. And I told him, I said, I love you. But I love you for who you are now. I will never accept you as my father. You are a good man now because you quit drinking. But you're still a sorry father because you never helped my mother with your children. You never gave her 1 penny. But I like you for the man you are right now. And I told him I loved him, and a week later he died. So anyway, I'm going to say bye to you guys, okay? You beautiful ladies. Oh, my precious. Come on. Come on. Say it. 3, 2, 1. I am beautiful. I am confident. And I can do it. I love you guys, okay? Y'all take care. All of us women, we have to take care of women. I mean, I wished y'all were all in Texas, and I would come and talk to you in person, and I would help you to get help to get out of that. I would. If you were close to me, I really would. Because it's not right, okay? You have to live your life in a good way. You have to be happy with life. And being beat on and mistreated is not being happy. But no, okay? Get help. Y'all please subscribe, like, thumbs up, boom, boom, ba boom, ba boom. leave me a comment, and share my videos. I love you guys. Bye. Bye, my ladies. My precious, precious ladies. Bye-bye.